One email, 1 million. That's how we're rolling today. This is going to be an ongoing series as I break down the step by step process to writing email that generates income and doing it by yourself, building this one person empire, especially as you're getting older and you're 45, 50, 60. So, again, this is an ongoing series. And as always, it's me, Ryan Lee. I'm doing this here. One take, no edits, no fumbling, no scripts. We just open up and we share and we go. So, the power of one email a day. Now, I call it one email a day. It's more like one email a day ish because it's not necessarily 7 days a week. I know people get nervous about that. Like, what do I write? How do I write it? And there's so many ways you can go about this. I have a system I've been using for a long time. And by the way, if you want more, just type email below. I'm working on a new report and share more of this as we dive deeper. But today we are getting started in this concept of sending email the right way, and it's profitable. And it's not this isn't about let me take this off for a sec. We need to get serious here. This is not about spamming people at all. The opposite, in fact. I think spamming is the worst. This isn't buying email lists and hammering them with offers. This is not constantly pitching and pitching and pitching and no value and, oh my God, buy my new product, or buy this. It's the opposite of that. Okay. So I don't want you to think, can I just get an email and spam them and make money? It's not that. First of all, it's illegal. It's unethical. And there's better ways to do it. That's not good long term anyway. Right? It's not good for your long-term business. You want to build business where you're connecting with people and helping people, and they'll stick around for a long time. Why wouldn't you want to do that? So it's the opposite of that, and I want to show you how we do it. So as always, starting with where this fits in our cycle, our GTB, right? Grow, type, bank. It's the flywheel. It's the basis for how we run this one person business and how I've been doing it since the late 90s. You start at the top with traffic, whatever your traffic platform is. Mine's YouTube right now. It used to be Facebook ads. Yours could be whatever it is. Could be Twitter, could be LinkedIn. Doesn't matter. Get them on your list. From your list, we email, which is type, T, right? Stands for type. And then bank is the monetization. It's creating products and programs and offers to generate income. That's it. Today, and this ongoing series is all about T, which is typing, which is email, which is how to write emails that make sales without you looking shady and sleazy, and that actually help people, that people look forward to. That's really been the secret to success, and it's served me well. It's served my clients well over the years, and I've done it in multiple markets for strength and conditioning pros, and then for personal trainers, then for the end users, then my 3 different nutrition companies. Email makes up to 90% of your income. And here's what I've learned. The more email you send, the more income you're going to make. Now, I should fix this. I should say the more good email you send. It's not volume. It's not just, people misinterpret this. They think, okay, if every email you send you make more money, I'll just send 5, 10 emails a day. It's not that, because they're real human beings getting the email on the other side. They're mothers and fathers and husbands and wives and brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and nieces. Like they're human beings. They're not just a number. So you have to send email in what I term like the right way, the right kind of email, the right kind of cadence, the right kind of messaging, the right kind of positioning. When you do that, that's when the income comes in. And it's funny, I did a big training program, like an 8-week boot camp, all about email. And I looked at my first slide, and I remember that I had just sent an email to my list like 10 minutes before the class started. And you could see here, I was using, what was I using? I was using the email service. This was from my nutrition company, and you could see the exact open rate thing, and then how much revenue, and it had just generated, because it was the opening of a new program, and it was $22,000, and these were $50 products, and it was just through email. That was it. That wasn't me running an ad. That wasn't me doing a social media post. That was entirely generated through one email. I am not guaranteeing you're going to do this. I'm not guaranteeing you're going to make 22,000 with an email. I'm not guaranteeing you're going to make 2,200 or $22 or 22 cents. I don't know you. I don't know your niche. I don't know your list. However, When you do it the right way, amazing things happen. And what's nice about this, coming back here for a minute, it's really simple. Like it is the most simple business model. Now, simple is different than easy, right? It takes discipline to get up and write an email and to connect and do this. But in terms of the model, it's simple. Traffic, get them on your list, create offers. I mean, that's the business, and I've done this in multiple markets. Now, today's lesson, because this can be an ongoing series, and if you want this ongoing series, you want me to keep doing more, if you could do me a favor, let me know, let the Google gods know and YouTube gods know that I want to keep seeing more of this. Just hit like and subscribe. Do it right now. I'll wait. Good. Like, subscribe, because you don't want to miss one single episode. You don't. The secret to so today's tactic, and I heard this quote, I've seen it 3 or 4 times, different versions of it. So it was something to the effect of less news, more letter. I have to find out who said it originally because I want to give them credit, but um, it's a really strong statement. Less news, more letter. I've seen a big trend, and it probably started with Morning Brew, where it's more just a newsletter, just a curated newsletter, and they add a little bit of personality in it. And all of a sudden, more and more companies started kind of replicating it and duplicating that. And we've gotten to the point now where they all kind of sound the same and everything's a newsletter. And hey, it's an AI newsletter. And here's top 10 tips on how to do that. And after a while, it all blends in. There's no differentiation. The voice sounds the same. It's the same 4 or 5 links. So why am I going to open yours? Why am I going to buy your products and programs if it's yours is the same as 50 others, right? There's only one you. So instead of sitting down and saying, oh, okay, I'm going to write a newsletter. I'm going to write a newsletter and sales copy and all stuff. Just say, I get to play. I'm writing a letter. I'm writing a letter to a friend. And in an upcoming thing, I'll address more of that. How to do it, some of the right wording. And again, I do have programs on this. If you want to go really super deep, just write email below and I'll send you some stuff. But email's about connecting deeper on a deeper level. Social media is great. YouTube is great. You get to see me. You get to hear my inflection, my excitement, my fumbling over words. Like we're definitely connecting here. But you there's something when you open an email and it's directly speaking to one person, speaking to you, that just has a different feel to it. And if I wanted to do a promotion right now and I was selling a new product or program, or you're selling a new product or program, and my only way to sell it was a YouTube channel, say, okay, buy right now, you can make some sales. But if you're on my list, if you're watching this video and you type an email below and you get on my list, the chance of you opening is much greater than you just happening to see a video, and the sales are going to be higher, and we just connect on a much deeper level, and there's consistency. And I want you to think about the other person opening that email and like their state of mind and what they're thinking and where they're reading it, and the impact you can have. Now, I'm not trying to be all, Pollyanna, everything's rainbows and sunshine. But instead of thinking that email is a nuisance, and I know that's a big excuse. Uh, I'll never forget, we were on vacation in California, and we met up with old friends who used to live around here, and the wife owns an e-commerce company for kids clothing. And we were chatting, and she's like, "Ryan, I know you're a good marketer. Do you have any advice for me?" I said, "Sure." I said, "How often do you email?" She goes, "Oh my God, I never email. I email once a year." I said, "Why?" She said, well, I said, "Why?" So, "Well, tell me about it." She said, "Well, we do once a year. It's our sale. I think it's like the Black Friday sale." I said, "How'd it go?" She goes, "Well, I did it last year and we did like $110,000 in sales in 48 hours." Like, that's amazing. Why don't you email more? What do you think she said? What's the number one excuse she says and what everyone says when I said, "Why don't you email more?" Well, there's two big excuses. The one she said is, "I don't want to bother them." Right? The other one is, "I don't know what to say." That's a story for another day, but I don't wanna bother them. if you're saying something they're really interested in, if you're saying something they signed up to learn more about, you're not bothering them. In fact, they should be looking forward to it. If it's not constant pitching. If it's constant pitching, yeah, you're a nuisance. But if you're connecting and you're entertaining and you're educating and you're doing it in a way that you are truly serving them and you're making sales, it's a win for everybody and you're not bothering them. There are people, and one of my good buddies, Mike, has a list for he kind of markets the ultra conservative, kind of right wing part of the country. And he'll send 3, 4 emails a day. And I said, well, tell me about it. He said, Ryan, my audience will sit and watch 5 hours of Fox News a day. They love this stuff and they want to hear from me. They look forward to the emails. And I think if you take that frame of mind that you're helping people and you're connecting, it's a shift from, oh my God, I'm bothering them, to here's great stuff that they might miss. And I do that. If I go away for 3 days, let's say I don't email for 3 days, I get people reaching out and saying, "Are you okay? I missed your email." That's what you want. And to do this, one of the things to do is just say what they're thinking. Get inside their mind. The better you know your audience and your peeps and your subscribers, the deeper you'll be able to connect. That's why I don't recommend building businesses where you're just chasing opportunity. Like if you say, "Oh, I'm a 22-year-old dude, but I know these women who are 60 and over love this certain fat burning thing, so I'm just gonna like talk to them." You don't really have a good understanding of who they are, what they are. Sure, you can use AI. Sure, you can hire some people, but when I'm talking about running a one-person business where it's you don't need a team and you don't need all these other people. When you know them just as well or better than you know yourself, that's when it works. And here's one of my emails. I just sent this just when was it? This was yesterday, actually. And the subject was about for people 47 over. And I'll just read this quickly. 47, that's right. That's right around the age things change. More settled, more stability, kids getting older. Let me open this up a little bit so I could see better. We find more happiness as we get older, most of us. 50s are better than the 40s, 60s better than the 50s. One big reason, we care so much we care so much less what others think of us. In fact, and it's hard for me to see now because now everything, but anyway, you get the point. You see where I'm connecting, right? So we can build, create, and live life on our terms, play, break the rules, take chances, finally do the thing we've always wanted to. What do we have to lose? After all, we survived most of our life without the internet. I mean, some of us go way back to 8-track tapes. Remember those? You have more grit and resilience than you realize, lessons to share, stories to tell, wisdom to impart. Our seasoning is our secret weapon, yet most of us hide it. We try to keep up with cringy TikTok dances. This is our second act, and we should embrace our years of mileage with every fiber of our being. Explore, try new things, especially with business. People want to hear from you. People need to hear from you. You see how I'm speaking directly to this person, right? Heck, even if you don't consider yourself an expert, then simply curate and share. Summarize the best of the best and repackage or host others for conversations or build a newsletter summarizing hot topics in your niche. If you're over 40, there are limitless opportunities. Let's start doing what you love. No more procrastinating, no more excuses. I've got your back, because what we're doing, where we're going, we don't need roads. See that little reference? Hope you get that one. By the way, if you want a fun second act business you can run by yourself anywhere, read the PS right now. Methinks you'll like you. Catch you on the inside. That was an email. There was takeaway. It had energy. It had momentum. It had kind of moving you forward. It was fast. It's easy to read. There's not long paragraphs. Again, I'm going to break all this down. If you want more, just write email below. If you like this, if you want to write like this. And I write emails like this every day. And below is where I sold on the PS, right? This wasn't all about, hey, buy my product, buy my product. It was a 9-day boot camp, buy this, buy that. It was, here's the stuff. This email was probably a little bit more, and I have different categories of emails. This one's more under the like motivational one. There are some that are more tactical. There are some that are more case study oriented. There's lots of different emails, and I suggest you change them up. But The thing is the same, like, it's an email, it's something they look forward to, it makes them feel good, it lifts them up, and then PS, if you want this, here's the program. That's it. PS, here's the program. If you want it, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But it's not twisting arms. It's not using the guilt. It's not using shame. It's not making them feel bad about where they are. Oh my God, you eat Doritos every day. They have 19 chemicals in it. You're going to like that stuff is so old school. And you might say, well, it converts better. But are those the customers you want? I say no. I say, I want positive people, and I want to show that you can actually sell and inspire and connect and do this through email, doing it consistently. If you do want to learn more about this, obviously like and subscribe. That's a given, right? But just write email below because I'm working on some cool things, diving really deep for people who are serious about email. So just write that below and I'll send you a link I'm working on. But this is going to be a fun series because I love talking about email and I think it's so powerful and not everyone gets it. But when you do it right, it changes your business. It's more fun. It's lighter. You could run this entirely by yourself like I do now. I don't have any more employees. I don't need them. And it's it helps your people too. They look forward to it. So it's not spammy and scammy. This is actually writing one good email a day, one daily-ish type email, writing with heart, with soul, with warmth, with humor, and you will see the magic that happens. So again, like and subscribe, write email below, and then I will see you on the next video.